The teacher Saban now facing this. Governor Rick Scott successfully ran his campaign on the tagline, "Let's get to work." Well, today the governor held a Let's Get to Work Day where he tries out a job. It turns out this was also his first visit to a public school since taking office. Not ideal symbolism for a governor who's been accused by his foes of turning his back on public education. It was back to school and in some ways really back to work for Governor Rick Scott at Audubon Park Elementary School.
The job I did today is a job I did when I was in middle school. I went to get a free lunch. I worked half my lunch period.
The governor met with Mr. Thomas's third grade class and got a little schooling in one of the high-tech ways of learning.
Don't click it, let's drag it out.
To his detractors, the governor has a lot of gall visiting a public school. There were some protesters outside at one point. They view the governor as turning his back on public education. Not so, he says.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I get invited to public schools all the time. I visit schools. My wife, the First Lady, visits schools every week.
Prior to this stop in Baldwin Park, the governor has appeared several times at charter schools.
There is a sense, though, that you're right now favoring charter schools over public schools.
You know what? I favor the school that's going to give our kids the best education. Now, I want choice for our kids. I like the things we did this year in the legislature because I think it's good for kids.
He's talking about giving principals more power in choosing their teachers, making teachers more accountable, and with charter schools, giving parents the choice.
Some people at public schools might say, well, right there you're saying that our public schools can't compete with charter schools.
No, there's great public schools, there's great charter schools. You need to have the choice to go to the school that's best for your child.
There's also this matter of funding public schools.
And what I'm hearing from you is we need to use the money we have more wisely, and just throwing money at an issue isn't going to fix it.
Well, look, if just throwing money at something would work, we've raised what we spend on education for years. But think about what your expectation is out of government. You expect it to be better all the time, be more efficient, get a better return. So my job is to make sure the dollars that we have, and we have a $69 billion budget, the dollars that we have are spent well.
Governor Scott told me he wants Florida to compete for the federal government's latest $100 million Race to the Top challenge. The state's application for that is October 19th.